No MLB games tonight, except for the Home Run Derby. Byron Buxton shows the world what Twins fans have seen in an amazing first half. We will preview all the action as soon as you get Locked On Twins.
You are Locked On Twins, your daily Minnesota Twins podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Locked On Twins, your daily go-to source for the top Minnesota Twins insight, discourse, and analysis. Personally, it's my favorite show of the Imperial Locked On Podcast Network, which, by the way, brings you your team every day. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe where applicable. I'm Dave Brown, an MLB writer who actually finished second in a fan home run derby after a minor league game in 1994. True story. I'm also a BBWA member and a Hall of Fame voter. What a life. Across the Great Plains of cyberspace is Brandon Warne, who can hit dingers just like Big Al. Brandon was a Twins fan who became a Twins writer, and now he's both. You can find all of our work at the Access Twins newsletter and the Zone coverage blog. On the podcast today, with the All-Star break upon us, the Twins have gone into hibernation mode with the rest of the league. Rocco's going to take the family somewhere quiet for some time away with Daddy before the second half begins Friday. In the meantime, we will preview the Home Run Derby with Byron Buxton being our main focus. We'll see what kind of chances he has of beating Cal Raleigh and the rest of the field at Truist Park in Atlanta. We'll also look back at the history of the Twins in the Home Run Derby. But first, today's episode, I should say, I guess it's the same thing, is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Brandon, the Home Run Derby is here. Pretty soon. Byron Buxton is in it. I think he's got a good chance to win it. I think maybe two or three guys have a good chance, but there's always some flops. I just don't want to flop in his home state. That's what I want him to represent himself well. That's what I want.
So TC Bear, the famed mascot, the original, not the updated version. I beat him in a home run hitting contest one time. So I'm very proud of that because very few people ever beat the original TC Bear. And now since he doesn't work there anymore, nobody's going to beat him. But there was a time in, I think, 2016 that Tyler Mason from Fox Sports North at the time, Rhett Bollinger, who is now the MLB reporter for the Angels, and myself each hit one home run, and he hit the big zero. TC got shut out, so that was a fun day.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. With Buxton, I saw that Jeff Pass. I got Jeff Pass and notifications on like any red-blooded baseball fan in America. And he posted a story this morning, and it was like teasing a deep dive on someone participating tonight. And I had like my fingers crossed that it would be Buxton and have it be a story of him coming this far and going back to where he came from. And it was about Cal Raleigh instead. And I like Cal Raleigh. There's nothing to dislike about Cal Raleigh unless you're, an opposing pitcher. But dang, I was hoping Buxton would get the Jeff Passan treatment. And I hope that he can be the story tonight. Now, as we've seen in the past with Twins in home run derbies, sometimes you can be the story and not win it. I don't want to steal any of your thunder from later in the episode, but yes, sometimes you can be the story of the derby and not win it. And a Twin factors into that storyline quite prominently.
Of course. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. So he didn't get the Jeff Passan treatment, at least yet. Maybe he will if he wins, or Passan will slap something together. But in the meantime, that kind of story is available if you subscribe to The Athletic, or maybe I don't know. Do you get free Athletic stories like one a month, or until you subscribe? I don't know. Maybe there's a secret code you can hit.
I think it's 19 cents a month if you renew or no, if you subscribe for 19 years in advance, you get it for 19 cents a month. I don't know. They always have
19 years.
They have the funniest promotions. It reminds me of like JCPenney's biggest sale of the year, and it's just every single month.
I need to go back to Penny's. But the story is titled How Coaching His Son Brought That Spark Back to Home Run Derby Contender Byron Buxton, written by Dan Hayes at The Athletic. So if you want the Passan-like story, which goes over the recent injuries, issues, the knee trouble, the surgery for Buxton. You can check that out on The Athletic. That's there, available now. And it's got nice touches. Brixton is going to be, I think he's 10 or 11. He's going to be at the event tonight. He's going to have towels ready to towel off Dad because he knows the home run derby mostly from video games, where the helpers hand the participant towels to get the sweat off them. And it just it's kind of the most adorable thing ever.
Have you seen Brix before? Like, do you know what he looks like?
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't sketch him, but yes.
Sturdy little boy with, I think he's got like the flow, like the curly flow. I get, and I don't want this to sound like I'm picking on him or anything. I get Prince Fielder vibes from him. Like the kid is going to be some kind of phenom because he's in Dad's shoes, or Vladdy Jr. vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A big sturdy kid, but I feel like he's going to be a crazy athlete once he kind of grows into it. And yeah, good for him. I mean, he's going to remember this for the rest of his life. And regardless of if old man Buck gets one homer all night or if he wins the whole dang thing, I think that's sharing that with your child has got to be one of the coolest things you can possibly do.
Totally agree. It's going to be a special night for Buxton, no matter what the results are. But let's be optimistic for the moment about how those results will go. Checking the FanDuel odds, I just picked them because we do lots of business with FanDuel. Cal Raleigh is the favorite as of Monday, June 14th in the morning sometime at plus 290. Cal Raleigh is the favorite. O'Neill Cruz, I guess, 310.
I wouldn't touch that one. He got dinged up over the weekend against the Twins. I wouldn't touch that one.
Will he even be in the competition? I mean, I guess, but maybe they might have to make a last-second change. James Wood, I don't think he's a rookie anymore, but he's the youngster from Washington who is really one of the best hitters, one of the 3 or 4 best hitters in the league already. He's at plus 400.
What a
trade!
And
then Buxton.
That Juan Soto.
That is a great trade. That was the Juan Soto, one of the Juan Soto trades.
All-time great.
They got a good deal there. Byron Buxton in the middle of the odds at 850. So I think a pretty good. That would be a pretty good. That's like the first where you can make some money if you're going to bet on this.
Yep.
And this is a fun thing to bet on. You know, if you got $50 or $100 or whatever. Buxton at plus 850. Junior Caminero at 1,000. Brent Rooker at 1,000. Matt Olson, the hometown guy, replacing Ronald Acuna.
The other hometown guy.
Yes. And Buxton's from Baxley, Georgia, which is maybe 200 miles away from Atlanta, but Olson plays in this home stadium. That should give him some kind of comfort advantage.
Yeah, maybe.
Jazz Chisholm, he's the long odds at 1,400. So, but he does have, because of his time with the Marlins, he's got 27 games at Truist Park and 5 home runs. Chisholm does. Olson obviously. I don't know. I don't know how advantageous that is. I mean, I guess you know that where the wind howls, in the alleys. But I think too much information can be too much in this kind of thing.
I don't even know how you'd set odds for something like this, honestly. I feel like it's kind of just up in the air. By the way, are you a Simpsons fan? I've never asked.
Oh, yeah. I mean, The Simpsons, I love The Simpsons, probably older Simpsons. I can't say that I've watched it a lot in the last, 15 years, but I'm glad it's there.
So do you know where I'm going with this when you said Caminero?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've made that reference. I have made that reference a lot.
I thought maybe you had. Okay. Yeah, my uncle, when I was growing up, had just a beater of a, I don't know what you'd even call it now because it's not an SUV or anything. It was like a 1980s something or other, and we called it the Canyonero, and that makes me laugh now thinking back to that with Caminero. So,
yeah, Canyonero was like the Simpsons making fun of the largest SUV or pickup truck or whatever that you could find on the road that a person could drive.
Before they realized the aerodynamics of it mattered.
Yeah, it would literally spit fire and just kind of growl at people, and it was funny. So whenever Junior Caminero comes up, I usually do a Canyon Arrow GIF. So
Smart.
But so Cal Raleigh is the favorite. The thing about Cal is that he's going to do this from both sides of the plate, which I actually think is smart because you exercise both obliques.
Yeah.
It didn't work for Adley Rutschman a couple years ago. He was in the Home Run Derby and went from both sides of the plate and didn't do particularly well. I think, Rutschman also wasn't leading the league in home runs with 48 or whatever Cal has already here in the middle of July. So I think I would, bet on Raleigh maybe winning this thing. I think that he's the guy. You say, I don't know how to set the odds. I do know. I think I would make him the favorite.
Well, and I think FanDuel agrees with you. So, I mean, it's just to me though. It's like he might hit 2 home runs and be, just a non-factor too. We'll see.
We'll see. I do have a feeling. I just have a feeling this is the Cal Raleigh year, and we're all just along for the ride. So we'll talk more about this Home Run Derby and Byron Buxton's chances, and some more details about who's pitching to these guys, and we'll also talk about the Twins' history at the Derby when we come back from this break.
And if you've ever decided at the last minute that you want to go to a ball game with your friends or your family, say you're down by the ballpark and it's game day, and suddenly you want to be in the stands, Game Time is the exact location for you. It's the easiest way to grab last-minute seats without the added stress. Plus, with the money you save on your tickets, you can add a little bit to your budget for more food, drinks, merchandise, or even invite a bigger group to come with you. Maybe call up the in-laws or someone maybe a little cooler than them. But Game Time makes that all possible. It makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch. It'll look kind of like rush pricing if you're going to a show on Broadway or wherever else. And so you get some incredible last minute deals, clear seat views. I love the panoramic seat view. So I know exactly what I'm looking for at home plate, center ice, midfield. If you're going to a soccer game, 50-yard line for football, you get what I'm saying. And the lowest price guarantee also takes some of the worry out of your purchase. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB. And so it's super easy to check out the app, find out a Twins game. I saw one of our friends online going to Coors Field out of the break. And I mean, Game Time would be perfect. You stop in Denver and want to check out Twins and Rockies, that would be the place to go for me, would be Game Time. And other than that, again, seat view is right in the app. Try before you buy. It's as close as you're going to get to try before you buy with sports tickets. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply, but again, use the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Locked On Twins has returned for our second segment Monday, July 14th, previewing Byron Buxton in the Home Run Derby, which is tonight.
Have you been to Truist Park?
I've never been to Atlanta for a baseball game. I've been to Atlanta. I mean, I think most people have been in the city because Atlanta is one of those airports where if you're going somewhere, you connect. It's a connector. And I've been to it. I was at a college journalism convention when I was in school at the newspaper, and a couple other times I've been to Atlanta, but I've not been to Truist Park or Turner Field or Fulton County Stadium. So I've kind of missed it.
So you got the welcome to Atlanta treatment, but that was about it.
That was about it. Yeah. So it's a city. I'll say that for it. It's a place where people live. So, but there's some good stuff to see in Atlanta. Jimmy Carter and the Civil Rights Museum and all that stuff. So I would love to see Truist Park. I wanted to see Turner Field. Mm-hmm. I wanted to see it. There's still like a portion of Fulton County Stadium, like where Henry Aaron hit the big Babe Ruth home run. So they still have that where you can go visit it. So
that's the part Pascual Perez got lost trying to find, wasn't it?
It is. It might have been, not to pile on Pascual or even like make endless excuses for people, but I believe it was his first start. I think he just got traded there, called up, and it's Atlanta. If you see like the Dukes of Hazzard movie, Atlanta traffic is bad, and it's easy to get lost and go in a circle, and he did, and it took him a while to find the ballpark. So that's part of the lore down there.
405 or something like that, or one of the highways. It reminded me of the scene on Vacation or European Vacation where it's Big Ben Parliament just going around and around and around. I feel bad for the kid because I also know, to be fair, Matthew LeCroy had that happen to him when he played his first game with the Nationals. He got lost. So I bet they still laugh about that now that he's in that system managing. So
was that DC?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a tough driving town. That's a difficult for different lot of bad traffic. It isn't so much the interstates there, but just how, because they have all the monuments, so you got to go left to go right and that kind of stuff. So that's I feel bad for the guy. You're right. You're right. So we're still previewing the Home Run Derby. I wanted to look at some other details. Cal Raleigh is going to have his dad Todd throw to him. I don't know that is. I mean, they probably work in the off season together. Obviously, Cal grew up with his dad throwing to him. I don't know that helps because dad is not the pitching coach for the Mariners or the batting practice guy for the Mariners this year. So I don't know if that kind of lowers his prestige a little bit. It's a nice story, but I don't know that that's going to help him win this contest.
Let's say you're hypothetically 30 years old and where you were at age 30 in your life. Who would throw the Home Run Derby batting practice to you, like the on-field portion of it?
I'd like to find whatever mascot was available I'd like to have TC Bear try and do it in the costume.
So you're going for
that would loosen me up a little bit.
You're going for showmanship because I think my high school baseball coach would be mine. Or actually, I had a really great 13-year-old baseball coach. It was one of the guys, the players' dads. And actually, he never played me, but just one of the all-time great people I've ever met. So good old Rollins Stowe. I don't know if he's listening. He's a big fan of the Twins. I think I'd have Raleigh throw me batting practice. He used to
wouldn't play you.
He used to do infield, and he'd bat left-handed for a while, and then he'd cross his arms, and then he'd bat right-handed for a while. Just a peculiar, wonderful man who loved the game of baseball, and I think that he would be delighted. So it'd be either him or my head coach, Tracy Wenslaw from high school. That would be who'd throw me the Home Run Derby practice.
But the one coach didn't play you? Did you say that?
No, because I stunk. I mean, I was terrible. I was not good until probably college is the first time I was actually decent at baseball.
How'd you get on the team if you weren't good until college? Who'd you scam?
D3 at a Christian school, man. You kind of do whatever you want.
Oh, that's one of those backdoor things.
Yeah.
So, all right, Todd Raleigh, Cal's dad, is throwing to him. O'Neill Cruz, who we're questioning his health even.
Yep.
Assistant coach and translator Steven Morales is going to throw to him.
That sounds nice.
That's a guy who throws to him often, I guess. James Wood is going to have third base coach Ricky Gutierrez throw to him. Ricky was a Cub. Ricky was the Cub when Kerry Wood had the 20 strikeout game.
He was part of that crazy 18-player trade or something in 1996 or so.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
he's been on the Padres and other teams.
Astros, I think.
Who's throwing to Buxton? Tommy Watkins is just going to wave him home.
Yeah,
he's already going to grab a ball and wave it.
He's already home. He's in Georgia.
Cam Monero is going to have Major League Field Coordinator Tomas Francisco throw to him. Tomas also, he's on the Rays staff. He also did Randy Arozarena when he did the Home Run Derby. So it's good. I like that. That's one thing going for Cam Monero, that the thrower has Home Run Derby experience. I think that is the pitcher does. I think that's a feather in his cap. I think that's good for him.
Yep.
Brent Rooker will have Joe Caruso, his coach from back home, throwing to him.
Yes,
I think that's
cool.
What's that, Brandon?
I think that's cool. I think that's got to be a great appearance, great feeling or great thing for a person who's not on the major league field very often. That's got to be so cool.
I think, Brent Rooker is not somebody who's going to lose the plot. He's a guy. It's sort of like Byron making sure that his son brings him a towel.
Yes.
It's somebody who's important in his life and has been important to him getting to this point, or is important in him enjoying this moment in his life. So bringing the coach, Joe Caruso, to do this, it's not about winning the competition. That's going to happen or it isn't. But he's going to share this experience with him because Joe Caruso helped him get to this point. I think that's a beautiful statement.
I think it's absolutely great.
Matt Olson is going to have Eddie Perez, the famed Braves catcher. Greg Maddux would use him, I think, you typically instead of Javier Lopez.
Scott Erickson had one of those, and so did Carl.
All right, personal catchers.
Sorry.
Jazz Chisholm. Yeah, Jazz Chisholm will have his. This is also beautiful. His stepfather. I don't know how to pronounce it. It could be Geron or Geron Sands, which is funny because Jazz is from the Bahamas, and the guy's stepdad's name is Sands. I think that was
not former outfielder Jerry Sands, though. I don't think.
No, Geron. So Geron or Jaron or Jaron. Maybe it's Jaron.
Yeah.
We'll find out tonight. Mr. Jaron Sands, perhaps, with Mr. Jazz or Gaz Chisholm in the home run derby.
Yaz Chisholm.
So, and one more thing about this before we go to our next break. The history of each player in the ballpark. Chisholm, 27 games, has 5 home runs. Matt Olson, 62 home runs in 289 games. So he might have an advantage there. Brent Rooker has a home run in 3 games. Junior Caminero is making his first appearance at Truist Park. I don't know, boy. But that's going to be tough. Byron has a home run. He hit it in April. So it's a recent home run in 6 games career at Truist Park. James Wood has 1 home run in 7 games with the Nationals. He'd go there frequently. 3 games for O'Neal Cruz, has a home run. Cal Raleigh, 4 plate appearances, no home runs yet in Atlanta at this ballpark. So we'll see if that has anything to do with anything. I suppose after the fact we'll all go, oh yeah, knew it all along because of this or that. Well, it's kind of how Twins Twitter works, and you know what I'm talking about.
Confirmation bias. I just to get out in front of it because I'm always wrong. I think I'm going to take Caminero. I think Caminero is going to be my guy. I want Buck to win.
There's no way he's going to win.
There's
absolutely no way. So that's all right. That's our little side bet. And we are going to do some side bets right after this commercial break. La 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 la. Hold on, I'm going to cough.
Oh, we got a cough man stadium.
I just had I cleared my throat. It wasn't. I should have said that. I didn't mean
clear my throat.
So Byron Buxton home run derby tonight. We want to look at the history of the Twins in the home run derby. It's really interesting. Should we start with the really, really interesting part? Really?
Yes.
It's Justin Morneau, who has done it twice in 2007 and 2008. He was in the home run derby in San Francisco. That's tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough right field. He barely made it, almost got to the second round. There we go. Losing to Albert Pujols in a swing off at the end of round 1. So 2-1. So he lost 2-1. Not a lot of home runs. We took home runs. They were a little more precious back in the day. But the 2008 home run derby in Yankee Stadium, that's one that everybody remembers because of Josh Hamilton's amazing performance. He hit 28 home runs, and the crowd was chanting his name. And that's what sort of won the day. But who won the derby was Morneau. And Justin wins it and is the second place story because of Josh Hamilton's amazing performance. Here's what I know. Yankee fans were like, how do we get Josh Hamilton in a trade for the Rangers? Because that's all they do with their time.
Clint
is
Frazier.
They try and steal your players.
Who are the Clint Frazier and Miguel Andujar of the 2000 aughts. By the way, though, cool little thing that I have here on the subject of Justin Morneau, but I got this fixed. It's a Justin Morneau autographed chair. Somebody was selling it on Facebook.
I can't believe you bought something on Poshmark.
No, Facebook Marketplace. This was like 7-8 years ago, and I finally got it fixed. My father-in-law is incredibly handy, and so he fixed it. And so I was just excited to show that off because it's a pretty cool piece of memorabilia.
Is that a chair? Could Cal Raleigh's dumper fit in that chair? It looks like a child's chair. Is it?
It's a child's chair for sure. And my little man was rocking on it, and I was like, oh, geez, he's going to tip this thing over. So it might just be a look and don't touch situation.
That is a cool. It's good for the aesthetic of the podcast. So,
it's authenticated too. On the bottom, I'm trying to figure out what the reason is for it, but it's authenticated. So
the signature, is it signed really by Justin Morneau?
Yeah. And the guy that was trying to get rid of it needed some money, so we got it for like $100. That and some autographed baseballs and stuff.
That's pretty cool. I wonder if Justin Morneau also sat in it.
I wonder if he would remember signing it, because guys remember signing weird things. I had Brian Dunsing sign a bobblehead for me, and he remembered that when I asked him about it like 6 years later.
Well, maybe you're the memorable guy.
Yeah.
Here's the history of the Twins in the Home Run Derby. It's not all pretty. Tom Bernansky was in the inaugural Home Run Derby because Target because of the Metrodome hosted in 1985, a game I will have on video. I've got that game recorded on VHS, and so mostly it's entertaining for Bob Casey's introductions.
Oh, you got to get that on YouTube, man! I would love to watch that.
I actually think it is on YouTube, and Casey's intros might even be on there. If they're not, I'm going to look into what you said.
Yeah.
So Bernansky, he had 4 home runs, which tied for second place with 4 of the 10 participants. Dave Parker won. The late Dave Parker won the first Home Run Derby. That's neat. In 1985. The Home Run Derby was 2 innings, and each participant had 5 outs per inning. Whatever. We don't know what we're doing. We're just making up the rules as we go.
They should have just done it like the old TV show.
They should have, and brought that guy back too. Mark, whatever his name is. He's probably he was alive then.
Not Mark Lemke, I don't think.
No, it wasn't Lemke, but the host's name was Mark. Just sitting there, right? And there's Harmon Killebrew and there's Mickey Mal sitting right next to you. That would have been crazy.
Unbelievable.
Gary Gaetti, 1989. The format in 89 was the same as 85, except there were only 8 participants. Gaetti finished dead last. He didn't hit a single home run at Anaheim Stadium. Oh, my goodness. That's the home run where I think Ronald Reagan was in the booth and Bo Jackson hit a home run to center field in the first inning. And Vince Scully was all crazy. It was great. Ruben Sierra and Eric Davis tied for first place with 3 homers. They didn't even have a winner. That was great. Yeah. Not Eric Davis, but Ruben Sierra. I love those guys. Those were iconic 80s players, Ruben Sierra. Ruben Angel Sierra. And Eric, I forget, Davis. Torrey Hunter, 2002. In the 2002 Home Run Derby at Miller Park, the players who finished in the top 4 in round 1, which consisted of 10 outs, moved to the semifinals. Hunter finished in 5th place in round 1 with 3 home runs, so he did not move on. But of course, Torrey Hunter later made the play of the season, catching Barry Bonds' home run, and then Barry Bonds lifts him up with his perhaps enhanced.
That was the moment when Torrey Hunter found out how much English Ichiro Suzuki knew, because he said, like, holy bleeping bleep. And Torrey's like, whoa, I didn't know he knew that.
Did that come from you? Was that you, Ichiro?
Yeah. So
it's not as hot as 2 rats in a bleeping sock right now, but wow.
One of my all-time favorite YouTube videos, that one with, that's not Al Michaels, it's Bob Costas.
Bob Costas, yeah. Get it right. Joe Mauer in 2009. Mauer didn't make it past round 1 of the Home Run Derby. I'm sure social media, which was around, was very kind to Mauer not hitting a home run. Oh, big surprise.
He kept trying to go Oppo or something.
Right. No, Joe, it's not a double into the gap derby.
And Alex Gordon isn't here.
Brian Dozier in 2014. Dozier competing in the Derby in 2014 as it took place at Target Field. It was a special moment. Dozier ended up with just 2 homers. Great. Failing to make it past round 1.
Nice Derby.
Morneau actually competed in that one too, but he was a member of the Rockies. Do you remember that? That must have been weird.
I think you and I at the same get together.
We were there. We were there. Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't at the Derby. Were you at the Derby?
Oh, I don't remember. I think so. I think so.
I was at Mason's Bar at a Twins Daily event just down the street.
I remember meeting. What else happened then? I met Chris Cotillo, and I met Burt Bly-Levin.
Yeah.
And you, and Joey Gallo.
I met Cotillo, but I did not meet Josh Kuznick, which would have been a real trip.
And then Miguel Sano. He lost in the final round 11-10 to Aaron Judge. He beat Mike Moustakas and Gary Sanchez by 1 and then lost to Judge. This was in Miami at Marlins Park. Do you remember Sano almost winning? Do you remember this, or were you at a bar there too?
I think I've kind of blocked him out. I always thought it'd be funny to be like, who wants a Moustakas ride from, Super Troopers?
He might be into that. He can get wacky.
Yeah, he's just don't call him Eric Hosmer or vice versa.
No, but they do hang out, so maybe they wouldn't be insulted. But so that does it for this episode. We want to thank you for making Locked On Twins your first listen today. For your second listen, check out the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night. Every game, every night, all season long. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night. Find it on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. So for Brandon Warne, this is Dave Brown wishing you all a very pleasant good evening, saying we will Alexei, Casilla, and Byron tomorrow night.
Or later tonight.
Later tonight and tomorrow night. I don't know. All nights. Even nights are better.